Okay. So I believe everyone watching the session, I mean, watching my screen. I don't know why.
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why the system is slow. Okay. Okay, this is a backup session because a couple of people has been joined newly in the last 1.5 week back. Okay, so and even the people who are from the beginning also, you can also listen. You'll get a more clarity today. Okay, so generally, okay, we'll talk about generally right now.
Shrikant, this session is recording.
Yeah, it is recording.
Okay.
Fine. So I just want to talk generally. Then I'll go with technically with the Salesforce. Okay. So you have to be concentrate what exactly the Salesforce is doing. Okay. So how this Salesforce is being useful in the real time. How this Salesforce is helpful for the businesses. Why most of the companies are switching to the Salesforce. Okay. So all these things we'll discuss and later we'll go in depth onto the technology part. Okay. Yeah. So I'll put you on mute, everyone. Okay. If you have any questions or any concerns, okay, please unmute yourself and you can ask me. Fine.
Sure, Shrikant.
Yeah. Thank you. So, so when you come to the part of like in the olden days, okay. So generally people they store their data in the form of papers, right? So if you consider about our father's time or grandfather's time, okay, they store their information in the papers, right? There is no backup for those papers actually. Okay, but when it comes to the part of our time, there is a digital came to the picture. So we have a backup for everything. Okay, we have a backup for our data, right? So we store data somewhere in the servers. Okay, not in your local machine or not somewhere else. It is somewhere in the server under our account. Okay, so we'll bring that data and we can use that data, right? So that's the modern technology now it is saying. Your Salesforce is belongs to that actually. Your Salesforce is belongs to it. Okay. So when I'm in a schooling or in a college part, okay. So at that time I have seen some computers. Okay. When I'm seeing those computers, I just created a notepad file or Windows file or the paint, whatever I used. Okay. They stored in my local machine. Okay. They stored in that local machine. Let's say, for example, I just drafted a document. Understand this point. I just drafted a document, okay, in my machine, and I took that into the pen drive, and I given that pen drive to you. What you have been done? Like you just use that pen drive in your machine to copy that file, and you copied that file in your local machine. So if the softwares are available in your system, then only you can be able to open that document, right? Let's say, for example, if I given you like notepad, okay, txt file. If you want to open that txt file, you need an operating system, okay? Or else if I give a MS Office file to you, you have to open that file in your local machine, right? So it took time for you actually. They required software actually. Those are dependent actually. So if I want to be open a software, sorry, if I want to be open a Windows document file, I need Microsoft related software. To hold that software, I need 2 GB RAM, at least minimum. Okay. So to maintain that, okay, I need at least some hard disk, the processors, operating system. All these are required, boss. Boss, I want to open a single file. To open that single file, I'm investing like 10,000 rupees. on a system. You consider, I have like, 5,000 of employees are there in my company. Okay. So, and I want to be use licensed based softwares, because you cannot use the pirated one in the industry. Yeah? You'll use the licensed base, right? So what about the investment there? Boss, I want to open a single file, right? So all these are dependencies are there. Not only, I'm not talking not only about the document file, right? So I'm just talking about the data. Okay. I just want to utilize this data. To utilize that data, do I require these many dependencies? Do I need to be maintain such kind of a stuff? Right. So now all this, the stuff what I have been given you in the 2 minutes back, it's always related to the traditional technology actually. Traditional technology always requires a software. Now let's talk about modern technology. Okay, we are in a modern technology period, boss. You won't believe me? I think you guys are using Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, right? What all these are applications? These are cloud-based applications, right? All these are nothing but a cloud-based applications. Yes, I see, I used Facebook. I use Facebook, right? I use Instagram, right? So I see so many images, videos, but they're not there in my local machine, right? Those are not there in my mobile, right? Where it is? It's somewhere in the server, and we are bringing that into your hand, and you're using it, and you're using that data. Okay. So all this comes under as a modern technology. Okay. Your Salesforce is also belongs to the modern technology. Okay. Let us say for a Facebook, you are using the Facebook, right? I think so. You people never went for any training institute to use a Facebooks, to use a YouTube, right? You'll get by natural. Similarly, if you want to learn a Salesforce administrative perspective of point, or if you want to go the navigation using of the Salesforce perspective of point, you don't require me. You just open the framework and just observe the certain things what are available. Utilize it. Apply your business perspective of point onto the Salesforce. It's not required, right? Even if it is a development part, or if it is a lightning stuff, you people required me generally. There are a lot of prescribed documents are there on the Salesforce. Okay, now you can utilize all those stuff. There are some trial heads are there, you can use it. Okay, coming back to the subject. Okay, as I said, my Salesforce is also similar to the Facebook, right? So let's say, for example, if I want to sign up inside inside a Facebook, what I do, I just simply facebook.com and clicking on the sign up button, and just give the required details and clicking on the sign up button, right? So an account has been created. An account has been created for you. Okay, give me a second. Lot of noise coming from Narsimha Reddy. Okay, I unmuted you. Anyway, see, if I just wanted, if I just wanted a Facebook account, I simply go to the facebook.com, clicking on the sign up button, and just filling the details, right? And submitting your details. An account has been created. So the next time onwards, like, I can upload the images, or I can serve the images, right? Videos, or what other stuff maybe. Similarly, you can also do it onto the Salesforce. Okay, you can also do it onto the Salesforce. You just come here. There is an option called developer.salesforce.com. So this is the URL. Okay, so being a programmer, you have to be check the URLs have plays a very important prominent role in the next coming days. Okay, so this is a developer.salesforce.com. So in this developer.salesforce.com, on the right side part, you can see the sign up option. So when you click on that sign up option, it will ask the necessary required details. Okay, then you just fill up the details. Okay, an account has been created in the Salesforce. Clear? Okay. Now, I just want to give a beauty of modern technology related to the cloud computing, right? So, see, you know that, right? We have like drives are there actually. If you consider this drive, if you consider this drive, I can store all your class files for a backup in this drive, right? Is those videos are there in my machine or under my account? It is there in under my account in the cloud part. Okay, so many people are viewing those videos at a time, so I need not to be bothered about the traffic. I need not to be bothered about the accessing of that images. Okay, so button up from that server. Okay, because I'm just paying money. Okay, I'm just paying money. Okay, to the Google. So I got an access actually like this. Okay, so I will get the access of your folder so that so I'll get the access of your folder so that I can access those videos. Not only that, I can draft a document directly onto the screen in this drive. So at a time, multiple users can access that application. So here you need not to be bothered about the software or anything else because we are working on the cloud computing. You just require this browser because everything is an online part. Okay, I need not to be maintained because all these are maintained by my Google, right? Similarly, the Salesforce is also same thing. Okay, I can store the large volume of data into the Salesforce under my accounts. Okay, I need not to be bothered about the data traffic and access of everything because it's already maintained by your Salesforce. Okay, so we are just accessing of a vendor. How we are using the Google here? Similarly, I can also use a Salesforce. Then what exactly the Salesforce is doing? Okay, that is a point here. Salesforce, if you understand the bottom line of your Salesforce, it simply store data. Okay. If anyone asks you, boss, you're trying to learning a Salesforce, what exactly the Salesforce is doing? So you can straightforwardly answer them, yes, boss. Salesforce simply stores data in the server. Right. That is the first prominent characteristic of your Salesforce. Okay. Other applications also there, na? They are also storing the data in the server, right? Then what is the beauty of this framework? Okay. If you consider the Salesforce is a whole number one CRM, okay, it stores the data, okay, and it provides the business solutions to the business problems. Actually, it is a framework. Already there is some automated business solutions are there. Okay, we have to apply that to the our business. So if you consider okay, so if you consider the data will be available in servers in the format of tables. Got it? Understand this point, what I'm trying to say. Whatever data you store here, okay, it will goes to the server into the databases. You understand what our database may be. Database maybe will be like this. Okay. Databases will contain tables. Database contains some tables. If you understand in depth, tables will have some columns, right? We can mention it as column 1, column 2, column 3 like this. the different columns will be there. And every column there will be a data. This complete stuff we can call it as a row. This complete stuff we can call it as a row. This is a normal database terminology. Why I'm saying this database terminology means your Salesforce is storing the data. It stores data in the databases in the format of it tables. Okay. And to better understanding what exactly, what kind of work, okay, understand this statement again. So people will get so many questions. What we are doing inside a Salesforce, okay? So what we are doing inside a Salesforce means we simply store a data, okay? So to make you better understanding of your Salesforce, you should know about your Excel sheets. You should know about your spreadsheets. Some people says that Excel sheets, some people says that modernly it says spreadsheets, whatever it may be, naming conventions are different, but it is a sheet where it can store your data. Right? Do I have an Excel sheet on my screen? Yes. See what you can do in the Excel sheet. If you open a sheet, there will be a cells will be there. There will be a tabs will be available. You can enter a data in the cell. Okay, you can enter a data in the cell. Not only that, you can apply a formatting for your data. You can apply the conditions. You can apply the mathematical relations. Okay, you can do so many things in your Excel sheet, right? Let's say, for example, here I can store something information, name. I given my name as Srikant B. This is my name. And if you observe that, this is a column, this is a value. And what is this? This is a customer tab. Okay, this is a tab. In under this tab, I can create multiple tabs, boss. I can create multiple tabs. Okay, in multiple tabs, let us say right, what is this? All these are nothing but whatever it may be. See, there is a different types of data. I don't know whatever this is. Okay. So what you're trying to do, you're trying to store the data, right? You're trying to store the data into an Excel sheet. So this data can be variation with respect of your tabs, isn't it or not? Right? See, even I can apply a styling for this one, right? But I'm not trying to make you to learn about these spreadsheets. I'm just showing you there are some options are there. See, I just make this one bold. Okay, not only this one. Let us say, for example, okay, here I have something like phone number, and I just given like this, right? I just given a phone number. Even I can make some calculation part of this. Let us say, see, I'm just writing what all these things are. These are the formulas, right? I can concatenate this one, comma, it goes underscore, whatever it may be. I'm just showing you there are some options are there. See, I just wrote a formula. Okay, to concatenate these values. You can also do the same thing inside your Salesforce. based on different inputs, you can write a formula. Okay, right now here I have been concatenated. Okay, not only that one, you can apply some filtered conditions for your data, right? You can create your own rules. Okay, so you can do so much of stuff here. Not only this one, okay, in the Excel sheet, not only this one, you can do so many things here. See, you can create your own layouts here. Okay, you can create your own layouts. Okay, separate sections you can create. Okay, so many things you can do it from here. There are formulas are there if you consider about the data. Okay, see, this data I can be connected to the some external systems. Even I can connect it to some web based applications. I can connect to my SAP system, whatever it may be. I can reach to my legacy system and I can bring data into my Excel sheets. I can also do the same stuff in my Salesforce. Okay, even I can apply the filtered data. I can apply a filter to my data. Okay, list views, I showed you list views, right? So similarly I can remove my duplicates, right? Even there is some option like VB script. You can write some VB script here. Okay, you can write your own code, okay, onto this Excel sheets. There is something people says that there's a macros or VB script, whatever it may be. Okay, so these are the options what are given by the Microsoft for you. So you are using it. If you want to go beyond of it, okay, so they given a platform for you. In that platform you can write some VB scripts. Okay, you can develop your own logical functions there. Okay, so you can do so many things similarly, exactly dot to dot. Okay, what your spreadsheet is doing. Okay, even see, I can connect the plugins. Okay, in my Excel sheet. Okay, see, there are some charts are there. Okay, whatever the options are there here in the Excel sheet, you can also do dot to dot same on your Salesforce. Understand that. What is the bottom line of your spreadsheet? It holds the data. What is the bottom line of my Salesforce? It also holds the data. It holds the qualified data. Excel sheet also holds the qualified data. Both are the same dot to dot. If you want to compare your Salesforce, what it is doing, you can go and observe this Excel sheet. Because people, we know that when we are in the when you are in the education period, we have been used this Excel sheet so many times, right? So this is what I would like to deliver you. Okay. Now, coming back to the Salesforce. See, if you're thinking about a Salesforce, if you're thinking and working about a Salesforce, you have to be come out and think in the end user perspective of point. Not only the Salesforce, when you're working on the business applications, not only the Salesforce, you're working on Amazon related AWS, like Amazon Web Services, or any Microsoft related BIs or something, whatever the stuff, whatever the technology you choose. Okay, if you want to be concentrate, please be concentrate on the end user perspective of point. Okay, that plays a very important key role. So if you consider this is a Salesforce, if you consider this is a Salesforce, and we came to know that Salesforce will give applications, okay, applications with the solutions. Okay, so I can say, I cannot say it as direct straightforward applications. I can say it as an software as a service. Software as a service means they given a sales application for you. You can simply use that sales application if it is helps to your business. They give an account object for you. They given a contact object for you. They give an opportunity object, case objects, whatever the options are there. You are simply using it. Okay, that comes under a software as a service. You have a Gmails. We are simply using the Gmails. We have a Facebook, we simply using the Facebook. Okay. So similarly, right, we can also use simply a Salesforce. But as for the business, sometimes the situation which is related to our business may not be suitable inside a Salesforce. So that reason, in that case, so we have to extend our application. We have to extend our applications. So Salesforce is a beauty where it gives a platform for you. In this platform as a service, you can create your own. You can create your own applications, objects, fields, record types, page layouts, whatever stuff. You can write code, you can create UI code, okay, you can integrations, whatever the stuff, okay, that comes under as a platform as a service. We know Salesforce is a cloud computing stuff. I don't want to discuss about that more. And we know that if you create an account inside a Salesforce, we can use this both software as a service, platform as a service. Software as a service means no modifications are required. You can simply apply those business solutions to your business problems. Platform as a service means you're going beyond of it. You're extending the Salesforce functionalities, okay, with your own designs, with your own code, with your own metadata, okay, with your integrations. We can call it as metadata. Clear? So like this, you can do so many things inside a Salesforce. So I guess this is a backup session, and might be we have been covered like 18 to 19 sessions. In 18 to the 19 sessions, we have been used this software as a service and platform as a service because we created a metadata, boss. We never wrote a code, but we created a metadata. Where you created on the force.com platform. If you create your own object, your own fields, okay, that always comes under your platform as a service. As a service, what do you mean by as a service means customer, you know, earlier days, in the olden days, if you go with the traditional technology, I have a minimum usage of that application, but I have to buy a more servers, more database related stuff, more things I have to do. And also that I have to be concentrated on the, if the any version of database is increased, let's say I am using a Java application, boss, and I used Oracle 8G, okay, Oracle 8G version. But later on, the Oracle application has been increased to the 9i. Okay. For that upgrade also, my application need to be flexible, right? I have to look into it. I have to use those jar files. I have to use those library files, APIs, and so many things I have to do because I'm relying on some other stuff, different softwares to hold my application. So all these struggles has been put a full stop with the modern technology. That's the reason every customer is looking into the Salesforce. Not only the Salesforce, they're looking into the cloud computing. We have so much of boom for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. We have so much of boom for Salesforce CRMs, AWS. Okay. So many things are there which relates to the cloud stuff. Okay. Anyway, coming back to our Salesforce. Your Salesforce is a cloud computing staff based a vendor which provides the services of software as a service, platform as a service. Software as a service means simply whatever they given, we are using it as like your Facebook and Gmails and YouTube. We will never customize it, right? Have you customized it? No, right? So similarly, but Salesforce has given a platform for you where you can customize your something stuff. Now, so now you have to be concentrate in perspective of end user. End user. Boss, choose your, change your mindset. Okay. Now I'm the end user. The client, see, I'm an end user. I have a requirement. How can I achieve that requirement with the help of Salesforce? And that's the only thing you have to be concentrate. Then only you will learn the subject. No matter how many objects you create, no matter how many fields you created, but only the matter is the purpose of object. Why do you create? What is the business solution in that? What is the architecture in that? You have to be concentrate in that piece of point. Forget about how many objects you created, how the way you create the object, what are the steps you use to create the object. Forget about all these things. Think, you being like, so many people are there. Some people are concentrating like a Salesforce administrators. Some people are concentrated for like Salesforce consultants, Salesforce BAs, Salesforce developer, whatever it may be. You have to be think in respect of end user perspective of point only. How this Salesforce related stuff is using to me. Okay, how this Salesforce is providing solution to me. Only in these areas you have to be concentrated. And one more thing, every people, based on your designations, learning of domain knowledge is very important. Okay, let's say if you are a Salesforce, going for a Salesforce consultant, the Salesforce consultants, they will provide a solutions to the IT companies. Let us say, let us you concentrate in this designation. I'm a customer. Okay, I'm a customer. So my business is like, you consider my business is like, I have a business of perfume company. Okay, so I have a business of perfume company. Okay, I'm just preparing some perfumes, right? So I want to maintain a CRM, right? I want to maintain a CRM, like order management and details and whatever it may be. Now you are a consultant. Okay, so as I'm a company holder, I reached to the one of the IT consulting firm, and I just explored my ideas, my thoughts to them, saying that, boss, we are having a huge count of customers. So we want to be maintain an automatic way for them to provide a business in a smooth execution way for my customers. I want to explain like that. I want to provide an applications for my customers, right? So I reached an IT firm. Now IT firm will have some consultants actually. Okay, so they will decide like, boss, you can choose Salesforce for your business. Okay, okay, you can choose AWS for your business. So it could be very helpful for us. So based on the requirement, they will suggest, and they will make them into the execution order as well. So these are very, very important. Let's say I am having like insurance based company. I'm a vehicle insurance based company. So being a sales consultant, being a Salesforce consultant or Salesforce BS, whatever it may be, you should know about your domain knowledge. You should know about your insurance related domain knowledge. Now we are working on a banking sector. You should know about the domain knowledge of banking. I'm not talking about the Salesforce. You should know, right? Banking knowledge. Like, let's say if you go with the insurance base, boss, I'm an agent and I'm raising a reimbursement behalf of my customer. Okay, so what kind of characteristics will be available in the insurance sector, right? So once they claim for a reimbursement, we have to be validated, we have to check it. Okay, we have to see the consideration points, whether he will be applicable to the score or not. So then we can go for the final result like that. So there's some different characters will be there. There different modules will be there. If you go to the banking sector, there will be retail banking will be there, mortgage will be there. So different sectors will be there. Okay, so being a sales consultant or Salesforce BS, please be concentrate on domain sectors as well, not only on the technology perspective point, because you will go as part of functional part. functional part. That two things will be there. Understand, guys. Technical will be there, functional will be there, right? Technical means like simple. Technical is very simple, it. I feel very comfort in that technical stuff, because we will decide like whether to go with which object, the naming of the object, what kind of a relation we can create, how the view we can show to the customer. We can easily do it, but the toughest job is the functional people, because they will bring the business from the customers, right? They will understand, they have to understand, they will convert into the user stories. First they have to own their business first of all. So a lot of stuff is there for the functional stuff. Okay, so being a person, you have to decide your career, whether to go with a functional or whether to go with a technical. But whatever it may be, domain knowledge is very very important. Okay, don't buy a books for a domain, your banking domain, insurance domain, commerce domain. It's not required. So when you're working on the projects, automatically you will simply understand the business pulse. Okay, that becomes as a domain knowledge. Okay, so this is what I would like to tell you. Now coming to the Salesforce, as I said, so this is a developer.salesforce.com. You just click on the sign up. Okay, when you click on the sign up, you just fill up the details and you can create a Salesforce account for you. So once you create a Salesforce account, it will be look like this. Okay, so most askable interview questions will come into the picture. So there are different types of environments will be there here. Okay, inside a Salesforce. So one is like production. Under production, we have like sandboxes. Okay, under production, we have like a sandboxes. There are different types of sandboxes will be there. There are different types of sandboxes will be there. The first one is developer sandbox, and the second one is developer pro sandbox. Third one is partial sandbox. Fourth one is full copy sandbox. Those are very very important. So people will ask you the question, okay, what kind of a sandbox? Because sandbox is an environment where you can develop the applications, where you can test your applications, and you can deploy to the production. Production is a real-time environment. We can call it as a live environment where end users are regularly working on it. Working on the production, please be conscious, boys. Right? Yesterday also, I'm in the deployment calls. Okay, I'm in a deployment. The work yesterday. So my team has done some mistakes on the production as well. Okay, so that's what. Please be conscious. Please be put more concentration when you're working on the production. Okay, because it may reflect, it may affect your real data. Okay, so that's why you are what are the applications you develop. We have to develop in the test environments. We can call it as sandboxes. So there are 4 types of sandboxes are there. So developer sandbox, developer pro sandbox, partial copy sandbox, full copy sandbox. Okay, so this is a production. So how it look like? Let us say I'm a administrator or a developer. I'm a developer or admin, whatever it may be. I will have some personal sandbox. I will have some personal sandbox. There is another developer. This is developer 1. This is developer 2. Two developers. One and two. Two developers are there. Okay. They will work in their individual personal sandboxes. They will work in their individual personal sandboxes. The personal sandbox type will be developer sandbox. The type of this one, you can give any name, personal sandbox or dev1 sandbox or Srikanth sandbox, whatever it may be. Okay. Every individual developer will have a individual sandboxes. Once they are working on that, okay, we'll club the changes to another environment. So either you can say it as like, we can say it as real dev environment. Okay. You can consider the type of this sandbox is a developer pro sandbox. Okay. So we will merge our stories. Individual developers, can they work on their individual sandboxes? They will merge into the one of the sandbox. Okay. I can say it as a dev sandbox. Remove this one, unnecessary confusion. I can say it as a dev sandbox. Once the deployment is okay, once we do the testing part, we'll go to the QA sandbox. QA sandbox is also like, developer pro sandbox. Type of the sandbox is developer pro, where here QA people will be worked. Here I developed my applications and I deployed here. From here I can deploy here. From here I can be migrated to the UAT. Hey, no. So I can say that instead of, because people will get confusion, I will get UAT environment. QA environment. Okay. So then, see, this UAT will be like a partial sandbox. Partial sandbox. And later on, we can be migrated to staging or pre-prod. Some people say that pre-prod. Some people say the staging. Okay. So this one will be exactly dot to dot same of full copy. Full copy. Full copy means exactly the same of your production. The data, what is there in the production, the same data will be available in this environment. And then it will be go to the production. It will be go to the production. If you come to the real time, you will, architecture will be like this. Migrating components from here to here, here to here. There are some different release manager activities are there. We'll be looking into the next sessions. So people will ask you mostly the questions like, what kind of environments we are having. Okay, we are having like 4 environments. I mean, we are having like types of sandbox. We are having like 4 different types of sandbox. Then what is the difference between all these things means? Metadata level is same. Like in all these sandbox, if the production is having the account object, In all the sandbox, we have account object. If account object is as an active field, in all these environments, under the account object, we have the active field. So that means metadata will be the same. Then what is the difference here? Data is the difference. Capacity of data is different. Might be my developer sandbox can hold only 10 GB of data. My full copy sandbox will hold 300 GB of data. My production holds a 300 GB of data. So like that, it depends. Okay. Sandbox is a kind of an environment where you can develop, where you can test, where you can do deployments till your production. Now going back, I'm clearing this screen. Now once you sign up, you will get a framework like this. But working on this framework, you have to be concentrate like this. Only some certain things under the Salesforce. This is nothing but an application. This is nothing but an application. Application will contain some tabs. Okay. When you hit a tab, you will get an access of object. You will get access of object. When you hit the access of object, in this object, you can see your records. When you hit the records, you can see a column along with data. Okay. Along with this data inside a Salesforce, because you already know how to create applications, tabs, and objects. I'm showing you something stuff. Okay. This is what. And you give this access to an actor. You consider this an actor. It means end user. How you give this one access to an end user? With the help of profile. And you assign these profiles to the end user. Right? If you go to this profile, you can see what kind of applications are accessible, tabs are accessible, objects are accessible. Okay. So you can handle all these things inside a profile except data. We have a security for data. We'll see in the next sessions, in the regular sessions. Okay. Now you have to be concentrate inside a Salesforce. Yes, I have an end user. I have an end user. This end user has access of this profile, then he can directly view of this application, tabs, objects, and he can create the records based on the profile. So that's why profile plays a very important key role. Now coming back to the Salesforce, working on the Salesforce admin part, you have to be concentrate on this view. This view must be registered in your brain, 100 to 100%. This view must be registered in your brain 100 to 100%. Now, inside a Salesforce, when you come to the part of a Salesforce, there are UIs will be there. UIs. The two different UIs will be there. Lightning Experience, Salesforce Classic. Lightning Experience and Salesforce Classic. Two user interfaces are there. This Salesforce Classic is meant for desktop, right? This Lightning experience is meant for mobiles, all platforms, all screen resolutions, rich user interface, and so on. Many benefits are there, right? Two views are there. Whatever the stuff you created inside a classic, you can also create it inside a Lightning experience. What are the stuff you are accessing there? You can simply access that into the Lightning experience. The name itself, it is saying Lightning, right? That is also very important. You have to be concentrated. See, when you log into the Salesforce, you can see a framework like this. This is the logo of your Salesforce. This is the global search bar. From here you can search your global record. From here you can search your records respective to your object. Okay, this is you can switch back to the Lightning experience. This is a user menu. This is a setup. When you click on setup, you will be navigated to the platform. So only the platform users will have access to create the metadata. So I have an access to create a metadata, so I can see it from here. Right? So this is nothing but an app menu. From here you can create a apps, and these are nothing but a tabs. So this complete stuff is nothing but a tab bar, and on the tab bar I can see number of tabs. So when you click on each and every one of the tab, when you click on each and every one of the tab, a objective related landing page will be open. So when you click on that objective, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, like, when you click on this tab, an object related landing page will be open. So from there you can create a records, you can access a records, you can do so much of stuff. Okay. So let me try to create. Let's say, for example, I have a contact. So when I click on the tab, what exactly your tab will do? Okay. If you don't have a tab, you will never create a data from the front end. Front end means from the UI. So from the UI, you cannot be able to create. So you have to click on this contact tab, and you have to click on this new button. Then fill up the data. Fill up the data. Just click on the save, and you have to observe the URL. So record saved successfully, and you got the record ID. So once you got the record ID, that means the record has been committed in the database. When it is committed in the database, you will get a 15-digit or 18-digit record ID onto the screen. Clear? This is a tab, and you access the object, and you created the data. And this is nothing but a detail section. And this is nothing but a related section. Related list. All these are nothing but a related list. These are nothing but a detail sections. Okay. So these are nothing but a fields. These are nothing but a, we can call it as a fields. Okay. So these are the fields which is given by the Salesforce. You can use it. You can also create your own fields. We can also create our own fields actually onto the respective objects. And being a programmer or administrator, you have to remember, when you click on setup, all tool options will be available onto the left side part. Let it load. Okay. All these options will be available here. Whenever you have seen these options, that means you can able to create. Okay. See, when it comes to the part of a sales, so that two things are there. One is standard, another one is custom. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Yeah. So let me know if you're facing my any internet challenges, any connectivity issues from my end. So let's say inside a Salesforce, two things are there mandatorily. One is a
Hello,
standard.
Stephen, your voice is not clear.
My voice is not hearing. Hello. Is the same issue with everyone or only for you? Other people, can you hear me? Hello. Please let me know, guys. Please unmute yourself and you can say me. Like, still you're facing any internet issues with me?
So your voice is not clear.
Not clear, right? Okay.
Your voice not clear. It's getting lag.
Okay. Right now or from the beginning onwards?
No,
From last 10 minutes.
just right now, right.
Right now. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. Let it be. Okay. So we will continue. Okay. This backup session tomorrow also. Okay. Tomorrow at the same time. So tomorrow I'll introduce you like, how do we create applications, record types and page load, something stuff. Okay. Then we will look into that VS Code again. Okay. So
Srikanth, will you upload this session?
yeah, I'll upload this session.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I'm facing some internet issues. Okay, no problem at all. So the people, what I have been given you today, information is very, very important. Okay, so it could be very important. Just go through this video. If you are clear with my voice right now, I can continue here.
Yeah, it's now clear. Clear, Srikanth.
It is clear. Huh? Okay. Anyway, no problem. No problem at all. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. So happy weekend. See you.
Upload the class control. Last class video is not uploaded. So
Yes. I understood. You requested so many times. Let me check. Internet, please allow me.
Anna, when it comes to backup, like retrieving the metadata, we are storing the metadata in local machine only, right?
Local machine only. Yes.
Then what is the use of storing metadata in local machine? We are using Salesforce for cloud.
Yes. Backup boss.
ఎట్లా అన్న మరి
That is also a backup for you.
బ్యాకప్ అన్నది సర్వర్ లో స్టోర్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఉండదన్న
Server is
మెటాడేటా కూడా
server is also a backup. Okay. Server is for a connectivity part for you. Okay. More people can access at a time. Okay. So let's say for a very simple thing here, I developed an application. Okay. I can give access of that application to the multiple users at a time. So people can access it and they can use it. This is the one of the characteristic in the cloud. And the second characteristic in the cloud is backup. Okay. I can see why I'm creating those many sandboxes. Okay. My application will be a backup, right? So in the next coming sessions, I'm going to introduce the Git for you. Okay. Right now I have been extracted that metadata and storing in my local machine. Okay. I'm not using that metadata, but for a safe side, I stored in my local machine. Okay. Because completely data is there in the server boss, but I want to bring that metadata into my local machine. So that case, you have to do it. But in the earlier sessions, what I have given you to prepare a package XML files, okay, we'll bring that stuff and we can upload that stuff into the cloud. Okay, I just delivered only one part of that XML only. One part of that XML is bringing the metadata into your local machine. Second part of that one is uploading that metadata into the cloud. Okay, that is also a backup. Okay, so you will get some certain clarities when you are going into the regular sessions. Okay, please be wait for like that. And thank
Anna, when it comes to B2C, పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయటం చెప్పారు కదా, సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ వైజా లేకపోతే ఎలా అన్నది?
that is not a subscription wise. Okay,
అంటే పేజ్ లేఅవుట్ లో వాళ్ళు ఆ ఏదైతే పర్టికులర్ ఫీల్డ్ మనం చేయాలనుకున్నామో అది తీసిస్తారా లేకపోతే ఎలా అన్నది?
no, what's your question actually?
అంటే B2B B2C ఉంది కదన్న బిజినెస్.
Yeah.
when I'm going to enter some record through UI like in lead section,
Yeah,
it is asking about company details, right?
exactly.
ఫర్ కస్టమర్ కి నాకు అవసరం లేదు, అంటే ఐ మీన్ లైక్ B2C అయితే నాకు కస్టమర్ పర్సనల్ అంటే కంపెనీలో వర్క్ చేయని పర్సన్ అయితే కంపెనీ అన్న ఫీల్డ్ నాకు వద్దు, ఇప్పుడు అది స్టాండర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ కదా,
అవును, యా.
అది నాకు తీసేయాలన్నా ఇప్పుడు పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్స్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాను.
కంపెనీ నీకు
అది రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్, స్టాండర్డ్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ అది.
దాన్ని నువ్వు తీలేవు. అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే యాక్చువల్గా టు బి ఫ్రాంక్ ఏంటంటే పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ అనేది ఒక సపరేట్ ఉంది అండ్ $PC అంటారు అది. ఓకే, అది సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తే అది ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తారు పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ని. ఓకే, అప్పుడు ఆ పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్లో కంపెనీ నేమ్ అనేది ఉండదు, కానీ ఏముంటుంది అంటే ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ లాస్ట్ నేమ్ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే, అది సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ వైస్ అయితే ఏమి కాదు, జస్ట్ లైక్ ఆస్కింగ్ దెమ్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ ఎక్స్ట్రా యాక్సెస్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, ఇట్స్ అన్ ఎక్స్ట్రా యాక్సెస్ బట్ నాట్ ఫర్ ఎ సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ పార్ట్.
ఓకే,
చాలా అకౌంట్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. బిజినెస్ అకౌంట్ ఉంటుంది, పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉంటుంది, సోషల్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉంటుంది, పార్ట్నర్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, సో different accounts will be there. Okay, but Salesforce you can simply, as of now we are working on the developer environments. In the developer environment you will be only accessing of business accounts, so I cannot create a personal account. So that reason I have created record types and page layouts, because my business belongs to B2C and B2B. నేను చెప్తాను ఏంటంటే పాయింట్, వెరీ సింపుల్ పాయింట్. సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ కొన్ని అకౌంట్స్ని సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, అందులో బిజినెస్ అకౌంట్, పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ అనుకున్నావు. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు దేని మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నావు? ఫ్రీ ఎడిషన్ మీద పనిచేస్తున్నావు. ఫ్రీ ఎడిషన్లో నీకు బై డిఫాల్ట్ పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ ఉండదు. నువ్వు రిక్వెస్ట్ చేసుకున్నా దాన్ని ఎనేబుల్ చేయరు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్, ఎందుకంటే నువ్వు పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్, ఎందుకంటే నువ్వు ఫ్రీ అకౌంట్ వాడుతున్నావు కాబట్టి. ఓకే, కానీ రియల్ టైంలో వీ విల్ యూస్ పెయిడ్ అకౌంట్స్ కదా. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఏంటంటే నువ్వు రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళు పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ని నీకు ఎనేబుల్ చేస్తారు. ఎప్పుడైతే పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ ఎనేబుల్ అవుతుందో, జనరల్గా నువ్వు అకౌంట్ చూస్తే, నువ్వు అకౌంట్ రికార్డ్ చూస్తావంటే నేమ్ అనేది ఉంటుంది, కానీ పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ చూసావనుకో ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ లాస్ట్ నేమ్ ఉంటుంది, కాంటాక్ట్ ఉన్నట్టు. అది వేరియేషన్. ఇప్పుడు నేను న్యూ కొట్టాను అనుకో, ఇప్పుడు నా ఆర్గ్కి ఇది డెవలపర్ ఎడిషన్, ఇది ఫ్రీ ఎడిషన్ కాబట్టి నేను పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోలేను కాదు, కాబట్టి నేను ఓన్గా రికార్డ్ టైప్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకున్నాను. అందులో ఇండివిజువల్, ఇదేమో B2C చేసేలాగా, ఇదేమో B2B చేసేలాగా. ఓకే, సో అంతే. బట్ రియల్ టైంకి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది నీకు అప్పుడు.
ఓకే,
see when you click on setup, all standard objects will be available in customized, right? There only you can see the personal account. See customize. It is taking time. I have to restart it, this office laptop. Okay, no problem. Okay, so when you click on customize, so there are some accounts will be there, right? So ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది ఇంకోటి, దీనిలోనే పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ అని చెప్పి ఇంకోటి వస్తుంది. ఎప్పుడు అది, when you go to this account settings, you have to enable it and you have to request the Salesforce to enable it. మనకు చేయరు, మనది ఫ్రీ ఎడిషన్ కదా. ఇది ఉంటుంది, ఇదిగో పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్స్. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ దిస్ ఆప్షన్.
ఓకే.
Okay, అది. Okay, so okay guys, no problem. Okay, the backup session will be also continued tomorrow. Actually నిన్నే తీసుకోవాలి, బట్ కుదరలేదు because of important certain things. But no problem, you can continue tomorrow. Okay, again backup sessions. How to create the applications, tabs, objects, fields. Tomorrow I'll go technically. Okay, so then we can start working on the VS Code. Okay, then we can complete the sprint one.
Sir, offline classes will continue from tomorrow.
I guess tomorrow only. Yeah, everything is ready. I just went to the office.
Shrikant, admin part when completed?
I took time here.
How many days it is?
I cannot say how many days because you know, I based on the requirements what is coming to my brain. Okay, but you can divide modules like this, right? I can give you the modules. See, there is a data modeling part. Okay, automation process will be there. Okay, so data migration activities will be there. We are working on data modeling only. We are just maintaining the metadata still. So we have to work on automation process, data migrations. Okay,
సెక్యూరిటీ.
yeah, exactly. Security, we already started working on security because profiles, permission sets, groups, all those comes under as a security part. Still, security, different types of securities will be there. Profile level securities will be there, field level securities, record type level securities, record securities, okay, record based securities. So many things will be there, will come into the picture. Okay, I just slowly introduce the security in the part of data modeling only. Okay, as per the business. So like this, whenever I apply the business like this here, but generally these kind of modules will be there actually. So we are going to put it in your resume. Like I worked on data modeling part, automation process. Automation contains like flows, process builders, approval process, workflows, like that. Data migration activities will be there, like how you can import the data, how you can extract the data, how you can load the data bulkily. Right now we are creating a single records, right? So, but you will create a large volume of data actually. So like this, you can expect so many things will be there. So like this, whenever the business situation coming into my brain, I am just ready to be delivered. Okay, but I cannot say like these many sessions we can cover it onto the admin. These many sessions we can cover it onto the developer. It doesn't work out with me actually, to be frank, because my ultimate goal is you have to be successfully settled down only. That's what. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Because no people will introduce at the beginning here on the VS Code. I'm just going to want to be introduce the VS Code and release management activities. Okay. So no one will touch down such kind of a points. Okay, in the training institutes. But you know, I just wanted to be introduced because you guys need to be work in the real time. So when you enter into the real time, you should know you should know the meaning of, you know, release managing activities, right? You should know the deployment. You should know how to use the VS Code for making of deployments, for making of writing a code or dealing with the metadata. So I really bet you, okay, no training institute will explain you the package XMLs like this. Okay, so no one knows also. Okay, but we are trying to make you to better understand. So in these cases, it's always take time. Okay, so that's what my major intention. So either you working on the development part, okay, you can consider as an admin part also, because development required metadata, right? So that means creating of metadata, again, you comes to the admin part. Like this, different aspects are there. So that's why I never categorize it such kind of things. Yeah, that's what, yeah. Okay. So I don't know how the management has been said to you, like these many sessions on admin or these many sessions on development. It doesn't work out with me. Okay. So yeah, you try to understand here. Give me the comfort for me so that I can deliver much knowledge to you. Yeah. Any doubts you can ask me now.
ఆ ట్రిగ్గర్స్ క్లాసెస్ ఇవన్నీ ఆటోమేషన్ కింద వస్తుందా అన్న, లేకపోతే డెవలప్మెంట్ కింద వస్తుందా?
Triggers is comes under automation process. Okay, but it's a customized code. We have to be maintained it. It comes under a development part, but it is an automation process. That's what, you cannot segregate the certain things. Okay.
ఇప్పుడు డెవలప్మెంట్ అంటే లైట్నింగ్ వెబ్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ మాత్రమే వస్తుందా అన్న డెవలప్మెంట్ కింద?
No,
ఎట్లా అన్న అది? డెవలప్మెంట్ అంటే ఏమేమి వస్తాయి?
you created object,
యా,
it comes under development part. You develop.
అంటే అడ్మిన్ లెవెల్లో చేస్తాం కదా, సర్టెన్
అదే-
డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, మాల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ వేరుగా ఉంటుంది కదా.
నేను ఫస్ట్ నుంచి అదే చెప్తున్నా, ఆ మైండ్ సెట్ నుంచి బయటకు రండి అని. ఎవరు చెప్పారు అసలు డెవలప్మెంట్ అంటే కోడ్ మాత్రమే రాస్తారు అని?
అంటే పార్షియల్ కోడ్ సెటప్ అంతా అడ్మిన్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఫుల్ ఇప్పుడు విజువల్ ఫోర్సెస్, లైట్నింగ్ ఇవంతా వచ్చేటప్పుడు డెవలప్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా అని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్
అదే
చేస్తాం.
అదే ఈ అమీర్పేటలో అందరూ ఏం చేశారంటే కోర్స్ని డివైడ్ ముక్కలు చేశారనమాట. ఎందుకని? ప్యాకేజెస్ కోసం. లెట్స్ సే అడ్మిన్ ఒక 10,000లో అవగొట్టేస్తాం బాస్, డెవలప్మెంట్ ఇంకొక 20,000 పే చేస్తా అవగొట్టేస్తాము. ఓకే, ఇలా డివైడ్ చేసుకున్నారు. అడ్మిన్ అంటే ఒక 15 సెషన్స్లో అయిపోవాలి. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ అ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ బిజినెస్, రైట్? సో అది కాదు మనకు కావాల్సింది ఇక్కడ, రైట్? సో ఐఎమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ద force.com platform. What do you mean by it? That means you're developing an application. That means you become as a developer or you become as an administrator there, right? So I'm discussing about the business situation. I'm bringing the business situation to you. That means it could be very helpful for a functional people who want to go into the functional way, right? It's a collaboration of every aspects of points. So you cannot segregate it. You cannot do it. You cannot segregate it. So give me a comfort zone for me. Okay, that's what I request you, so that really it can be helpful for you in the real time. You can remember my name here when you're working on the real time. Okay, I bet you got it.
ఎస్ అన్న.
Right.
అన్న ఎల్డబ్ల్యూసి అంటే దేని కిందకి వస్తుంది అన్న?
LWC, that is a web component actually. Okay, where you develop the web pages. It's a open source part. It comes under a lightning stuff.
అంటే ఎల్డబ్ల్యూసి మీద వేకెన్సీ ఉన్నాయంటే మన కంపెనీలో.
It is a lightning stuff. You
Okay.
you develop your own screens there. Okay, right now we are using the Salesforce screens, right? Like
Yes.
I place a tab here. When I click on this tab, opening this landing page, clicking on the button, opening the input sections or something, whatever it may be. I want to design my own screens. So that Salesforce has introduced you 3 concepts. I can say it's 3 modules for you. One is that visual force pages, another one is the lightning, and now the modern one is a web component. Web component is a open source stuff. Okay, so that it also comes under the development part of lightning stuff. You works on the lightning platform at that moment. Yeah. Any doubts, guys? So we can wind up the session and we can touch down tomorrow the backup session 2, working technically, no matter of theoretical. Okay, so shall I wind up?
ఓకే అన్న.
Yeah, if no questions we can wind up. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy weekend. Bye. Yeah, I will upload session 21 definitely right away. Thank you.